we're going to immediately click start recording again. And welcome back to YouTube audience for that CLG FC episode 60 on the YouTube. So if you miss any of the action, you miss any of the off match day news or movements or anything, you can watch it all, including all the off-season stuff, including the 2024 Euros, including the 2025 Gold Cup, including the 2026 FIFA World Cup. It's all on the YouTube. Um, so definitely check it out. CLGFC is up there. I have up to 56.5 uploaded. I haven't uploaded anything from this season yet, but there's 90 episodes for you to chew through already over on the YouTube of just CLGFC. So um, there is that to look forward to. If you've missed any of the action at all, I'm going to get the games uploaded pretty. I'm not streaming tomorrow, and I'm not streaming Saturday. So probably on those days, I'm going to burn through a lot of the uploads I have to do. I also have to finish uploading the uh, race at Shanghai I did last week. Union Drew Seattle. That is not good for them. They are uh, pretty much trying to just cling on to a playoff spot at this point. So Cookies is still doubtful for the Standish St. Wilfrid's reserves. We are definitely going to monitor him and see how he is, because it was 2 to 5 weeks ahead of this Langho under 21s match, and then he turned from out to doubtful. And I just thought it was a 2 to 3 month long injury. I don't want to rush him back, especially since it's just the third game of the season. We can maybe put in a performance without him. We did, thankfully, and you know, let him have a full recovery. But we didn't want to rush it. We definitely didn't want to rush it. So post-match analysis, overall match momentum, we dominated. They had a smidge, and I mean a smidge of momentum in the second half. There's the XG, crushed them in the chart, 3.15 to 0.22. Last match passes, we were all over it. That is a wonderful passing map. And then long-range shots for us, and then obviously opposition last match pass you see is not as strong, those arrows. So really good stuff, I have to say. Sorry, we are 6 days until the next fixture. So we should get through it pretty quickly, thankfully. And let's see here. What do we got? We've got, oh, this is the big one. Limb reserves, Badger casuals. If they draw, if it's a scoreless draw, I believe we'll stay top. Is that correct? Well, Badger, no. Badger's actually blitz team. So we're not going to be top no matter. We can't finish top. If Lim win, we go second. If Badger win, we go second. If they draw, we go second. Yeah. So there's actually nothing we can do to stay top. So, but we're into the promotion spots at least. And Badger Casuals, Jesus, what is going on with this club? 5-2. It was a Falconer own goal before Villarg will score. What a name. What is that? Tor Igil Villarg. Um, or Valrig. Tor Igil Valrig. Scored, and then Holm got one back for Lim reserves, but then Smith put him 2 ahead again. Mayer put him 3 ahead before the break, 4-1. They come out of the break. Blake scores a pen. The Duca scores one for Lim reserves in the 77th, but it's 5-2. And the thing is, this is nuts because they have won 5-2. Langho, the team we just played, who we made look extremely pedestrian, that was a 5-4 result, and then they crushed Old Blackburnians reserves 4-0. So they have 14 goals in the opening 3 games of the season. So if we want to stay above Badger Casuals, we're going to have to beat them on the pitch. It's going to have to be by points. Like, it's not going to be by goal difference right now. They're just absolutely smoking teams right now. And we've done well. Don't get me wrong. We've only conceded once. But I mean, they got 14 goals, man. That's just insane, man. That's just nuts. So, um, you have That's crazy. Look at some of these teams, by the way. Just Santos. Oh, that's lovely. I love it when clubs adopt the non-traditional colors. Like it's not red or it's not blue or it's not like, you know, white. When you get like a pink or you get like a green or you get like a, you know what I mean? Like there's so much shit that's black and white or red and white or blue and white or blue or red. It's just nothing's like, you know, like this is awesome. This is awesome. So anyway, uh, moving on. We will do leagues in focus again if it pops up. We got 5 days to go till the next fixture. It is a very large database. That's the only other thing I want everyone to be aware of is that it is a very, very large database. It started on about, I want to say 200, it might have been something like 265,000, 275,000 players, somewhere around there, maybe even 295,000 players. But somewhere between a quarter of a million to 300,000 players is what the database started as. It is now 400,000 plus. So it's extremely large. So processing will take a while. It's only going to grow, by the way. So, uh, but yeah, it's a very large database. You're in the doldrums of English football when the names of the teams and the names of the league are so smooshed together because they're so long. Standish St. Wilfrid's reserves. We got our weekly meeting. Let's go. I usually always take the recommendations. The only thing I won't is the new contracts. Jack Reed looks like he might be like for this. This is actually pretty good for this level, to be fair. I mean, decisions need a bit of working, but like 16 on the natural, for 10 on pace at level 17, he's unambitious. That's the problem. Has work to do in improving his crosses. Would be the 11th best striker. Although the game thinks Wellman is and Konikun is and Sheamus are better. Snicky is 100% the striker. Like, I don't know what else to say. So, I wouldn't mind Jack Reed though. That's not a bad idea. Yes, that's fine. Um, no, because the under 18s have a league. We was going. Okay, good. And then a little bit all over the place with some of our reserve or under 18 players here. I've been impressed with the progress of Snicky. I've been impressed with the progress Snicky has made over the last 6 months, and now believe they are showing the potential to be a level 15 striker, having previously only shown the potential to be a level 16 player. Okay, cool. Always like to see that kind of stuff. But let's move on. We got 5 to go until the fixture, so. I mean, at this rate, do you like if you're the Union, right, and you're 4-1 up, and it's New England, and they're terrible, and you've got 15 minutes left? Do you just say put on Kevon Sullivan, see what he can do for 15 minutes? I mean, I don't think New England's scoring 3, so I just think you put him on. Let him run out 10, 15 minutes. Even put him on in the 80th and see, like, okay, I'll give you 10 minutes in stoppage time. You know, You're still 4-1 up by then. Sure, why not? Villa have lost their first game of the season. Who'd they lose to? Nottingham Forest, of all the teams. Fuck Forest. But let's do leagues in focus since it popped up. We'll start over in MLS because that league is towards its conclusion. It's now NYCFC at the top. Fuck that club too, to be honest with you. Absolute plastic club. But they made a playoff place. Montreal's got a playoff place. They're on 55 points. Miami, another plastic club, is in third. DC is 4th, Atlanta 5th. New England Revs are in 6th, Chicago Fire 7th, Columbus Crew 8th, Philly Union just hanging on by 2 points above Cincinnati. They've got 4 to play in that league. So it is Charlotte at the bottom. So they are very much out. So if they got 4 to play in the league, then 12 points is what's available. So that would knock Charlotte out. Nashville is now out, and Orlando is a point away from being out. New England, the New York Red Bulls only have 9 points left available to them. That would put them on 37. They're out as well, and Toronto is 2 points away from being out. So really, you got to think Cincy's the only team that could sneak in to the playoffs this season from the East. In the West, a lot more is determined. The Galaxy have a playoff place. They're 5 clear at the top with 4 to play. Then it's Sporting Kansas City in second, Portland Timbers third, Real Salt Lake fourth, Vancouver Whitecaps fifth. The other plastic club, LAFC, or another plastic club, I should say, LAFC is in sixth. There you have a playoff spot. Austin FC is in seventh. Houston Dynamo is in eighth. Minnesota United just sneaking into the playoffs by 2 points. In ninth with 4 to play, San Jose are 2 points adrift. It's still not decided there, but previous episode of CLG FC for the YouTube, or earlier in the stream tonight for Twitch, St. Louis City was only 3 points out of the playoff spots and in last place. They still have 29 points, but the rest of the division has moved on from them. So it was something where Minnesota at 32, they were in ninth, St. Louis at 29, but now St. Louis haven't been able to put it together, and the division's moved on. They're 8 adrift with 4 to play, so not eliminated yet, but it's gotten a lot harder for them. Over in England, Villa still lead the league by 2 points, even after dropping the decision to Nottingham Forest. It's City that's second, Newcastle level on points with them in third, Chelsea's fourth, Arsenal's fifth, Forest is sixth, Sunderland seventh, Everton level on points with Sunderland in that last European spot in eighth. Also level on points with Man United, who are in ninth. Liverpool are 10th. My beloved West Ham are in 11th. Spurs are down in 14th place. You love to see it. And then Brighton are actually out or safe by 4 goals in the goal difference. They have yet to win a game, Brighton, yet they're not in the drop because they've managed to get 4 draws in their opening 7 games. It's Brentford in the drop in 18th. Norwich 3 points adrift. Southampton have yet to win. This has got to be one of the worst starts in Premier League history. 0-7. They've only had 3 goals scored as well. They are already 4 points from safety. We're only 7 games into the season over in the Premier League. Sky Bet Championship, Portsmouth still lead the way. They're 3 points clear. They're 2-1-2 in their last 5, which is a bit rocky, but they are still topped by 3. Palace is second on goal difference. Sheffield United is in third. Blackburn Rovers, the former Premier League champions, trying to come up for the first time. It's had to have been at least 10 years. By 2026, probably almost 15 since they've been up. Coventry City also trying to come up there in 5th. Birmingham City also trying to come up there in 6th. QPR is outside the playoff places by a point in 7th, along with Luton and Wolves. The Scum are in 10th. At the bottom, it is Lincoln City, who's safe still by 1 goal in the goal difference in 21st position. Swansea City is in the drop in 22nd. Oxford United 3 points adrift in 23rd. Preston North End at the bottom in 24th, 4 points adrift. Sky Bet League One, Burton Albion now lead the way over Stockport County, who by a point were in second. Reading are in the playoff places by a point beneath Stockport in third. Then it's Plymouth Argyle, Stoke City. Both of those 2 teams, Plymouth and Stoke, back in the playoff places, as well as Cardiff on 15 points in 6th. They are in the playoff places by a point over Charlton Athletic, Fleetwood Town, and Salford City. At the bottom, it is Tranmere Rovers, who have climbed out of the drop now. They've pushed Wickham back in by a single goal in the goal difference. Leyton Orient is in 22nd by 2 goals. Chesterfield 2 points adrift from safety. And then it's Crewe Alexandra still at the foot of the table on 3 points. Skybet League 2 still at the top of the table. Carlisle United. Grimsby Town now is in the automatic promotion spots. They've bumped Forest Green to third, but Grimsby Town are in second. Forest Green still promotion spot, mind you, in third, but then it is they are only there by literally 4 goals scored over Wimbledon and Bristol Rovers, who are fourth and fifth, level on 16 points. Bradford City is sixth. Swindon Town seventh, who are level on points with Peterborough United, who are outside of the playoff places by a goal scored in eighth place. 2 points adrift to the playoff places include 5 teams: Exeter City, Cheltenham Town, Crawley Town, Walsall, and Barrow as well. At the bottom, Mansfield Town now take their place at the foot of the table. Colchester United are the side that rise out of the bottom of the table with a win and a draw in their last 2. They are now a point safe by a point over Gillingham, who are in 23rd, and then Mansfield Town at the bottom. Vanarama National, it's always been Scunthorpe United at the start of the season who starts hot and then fades away and haven't been able to get out of Vanarama National. Looks like that might be the case here again. AFC Fylde are now the top team in the division by 3 goals over Southend United, who are in second. And then it is Scunthorpe United, Doncaster Rovers, Maidenhead United, Torquay United, and now Eastleigh in the playoff spots as Bromley and Solihull Moors all fell out of it. Bromley out by a point. At the bottom, it is Oldham Athletic, who are once again in danger. They were relegation candidates for really the last 2 seasons, mind you. But the side that has been promoted 3 times in 3 years, Whitton Albion, who have come, I believe, from the Wessex leagues, right? I wanted to say the Wessex League. Where were they? No, Northern Premier League Division 1 West is where they were. They were in like way below. No. Okay. I'm capping. But still, Northern Premier League Division 1 West side have come out. Oh, come on. Have come down here and have climbed out of the relegation spot. Yeoviltown looking a little dangerous too. They've slipped down the standings since their opening win of the season. But Whitton, with a win, a loss, and a draw, means they get 4 points from their last 9. That's enough to climb them above the relegation spots by a point. They're level on points with Yeoviltown and Oldham Athletic, Boreham Wood, Harrogate Town, Aldershot Town, Hartlepool United, all on 7 points. Hartlepool actually haven't lost in 5 games, but it's still not enough to keep them off the foot of the table. However, 4 clubs literally tied on 7 points. That is crazy, man. 18th to 21st by a point. That's not, and you're 9 games in. It's not like you're 2 games in or you're 3. You're 9 games in now. The division above us, Fenniscowls and Pleasanton Reserves. They drew. Who'd they draw? Mill Hill St. Peter, who were literally at the foot of the table. That's a pretty bad draw. But they stay top by a goal scored. Elton Lib Hargreaves now in the promotion spot. They are in second. Mill Hills Reserves are third, level on points. So literally, these two these two are joint tie, like they're tied. They haven't played each other yet, so there's no tiebreaker between these two. So it's a joint second for Mill Hills Reserves and Elton Lib Hargreaves. And then Lord Raglan is 2 points out of the promotion spots. At the bottom, Croft Reserves and Rolls are are 2 points clear of the drop. Mill Hill St. Peter picked up their first point with that draw. Langho Reserves have yet to pick up a point, and I don't think they can be relegated. I don't think they're allowed to be relegated. And if they are, then Langho under 21s in our current division have to automatically be relegated as well to avoid the conflict of interest. So that is leagues in focus. Let's keep moving on. We like to do it. We always like to keep an eye on the top 5 leagues in England. Actually, in real life, for those who might be interested, I am cooking up something, or I'm going to be cooking up something. Oh, he's made his debut. Kevin Sullivan has entered the match in the 85th minute. He's become the youngest player to make his regular season debut among the top North American professional sport leagues. And Quinn scored a screamer. Holy moly! I gotta see this goal. Quinn scored a screamer. 14 years, 293 days old. Kevon Sullivan. Has made his debut. uh, how about that? Hey, maybe we'll turn this season around. I doubt it. I'm gonna knock on wood for making a statement like that. Let me get rid of the scouting reports I don't want. So anybody 27 or older, I don't want because we are dedicated to youth. You know, you want a little bit of experience. 26 is decent. Um, but usually we axe anybody 27 or older, and also anybody who's not at least an A minus. So that's good. Anyway, moving on. So Standish will St. Wilfrid's reserves. We've got 3 days to go until the fixture. You knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. That he was going to make his debut. I'm gonna mute Firefox audio from coming through the stream for a minute because I want to play the audio that they had of Kevon Sullivan coming on. The only thing I don't understand is, God, imagine your burrito you got to come off for a 14-year-old. But you did score a hat trick, to be fair. Like, you have had your moment on the same night. So we're 5-1 up on New England by 13 days. He became the youngest debutant. Okay, over Freddie Adu. Oddly enough, uh, actually, if you look at the list of the top debutantes, right, or the youngest debutantes, really the only one who's going on to make a name for himself is probably Alphonso Davies. Um, Surprisingly enough, but let's keep moving on. I mean, he's not. Just gonna keep ignoring those reports. I don't know. I hate to break it to you, mate. But yeah. I don't get that. I don't. What? Oh, here's the banger. Hold on. Let me make sure Firefox audio is still muted. Let me watch this goal. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. He absolutely he absolutely fucking let that one rip. Oh my lord. Okay. Fair play. Let's get the music back for you guys, by the way. Good old Star Fox. What do we got going on here? Crampton's now homegrown. We got a lot of homegrowns. We're 2 days away from the fixture. Oh, I got a lot of like sound effects going. This is the only thing about the having the SNES MIDIs running through Winamp is you get the sound effects too. So, but like this coming up. There you go. We're definitely in the game. Uh, let's see. At least we won. I'm so happy we at least fucking won. So. oh, act. Oh, okay. Yeah. Youngest players to make their debut in Major League team sports history. The MLS is now 14 years, 293 days. The NWSL is 15 years, 101 days. Melanie Barcenas. And the Lakers is 18 years? That's the youngest debutante? Wow. I would have certainly thought I would have been younger. This is Lord Ragland have made an offer for Luke Dodd, uh, who is really excess. He's listed. Is it a loan bid or is it a transfer? It's a transfer. I'm gonna take it. I don't really think we. He's played. I think Luke's played like one game or something. Yeah, he's played one game for us. So no point in having him hang around. He's good enough to go. He's not good enough to play. He's not good enough to start. He's not good enough to sub, but he's good enough to leave the club. I'll put it that way. So some people are just dumb. I've come to realize that. Uh, let's see. Somebody was like, "Why is he playing in the MLS if he's debuting at 14?" The future is now for the next 4 years. I found a new way to scum it in sub 10 tiers if you're interested. I'm all right, mate. I've been doing sub tier 10 saves for 14 years. I'm I'm all right. Uh, and it's a community save, so it's not like I'm you know what I mean. I'm worried about them doing that in the FM10 offline saves. So, cookies. I do want to look at I do want to look at the medical center. I appreciate the offer, though. I should say that, by the way. I do appreciate the offer. 1 to 6 days for cookies. I don't think we rush him back for this game. I think we set him out, and I just think we set him out, and he comes back for Carlton Sports Club. I think that's all right. I've been poaching back any player who's 16, 17 in revenge and then trying to sell them via transfer room to clear my debt. You have debt? How do you even have debt? Let's attend the press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question from Graham Underwood, Sky Sports. Only journalist in attendance, by the way. How do you get your team to repeat the sort of performance they put against Langho under 21s? The performance gave us the confidence to carry forward, do even better next time. Will you perhaps give Cookies some minutes the under 21s to build his sharpness back up? It's one option we're considering, but yes, it does make sense for us to find ways to get him back into pitch in a different environment. Actually, no. He's ready to go. He'll be getting him back in the first team fold in the very near future. Will Sam Wellman's reportedly impressive training performances earn him a place against Standish St. Wilfrid's reserves? Who have all trained well, and I can't pick all of them. That's a tough fucking response to give, actually. That's a tough question, I will say. We splurged on coaching badges and scouting. That is actually probably one of the best ways you could have gone into debt as a lower league side. I've done the reverse in my FM10 save. My FM10 save, we started with 1,200 quid. We didn't spend a dime, and we just prioritized the cups. We always made sure that when we had a cup game, we fielded the strongest side that we could have in the cup game. It did us extremely well. We made 3 deep runs in the cups. We won 2 of them by the end of the season. But before we even got to the end of the season, by like March or April, it meant that my bank account got built up to about 25,000 instead of 1,200. So now I'm going into next season with about 35,000 in the bank, and we probably won't spend a dime again. We'll probably just hang around the division, be competitive in the division because we have made transfers, but be competitive in the division, but run the cups the second year, and then maybe by the end of that year, we get to that second year, we get to like 60,000, and we can maybe spend money on transfers. That's the idea. Snicky's hurt 2 to 3 days with a tight groin. You're playing, Snicky. I'm sorry. So, Badger Casual South Manchester, first versus worst. And Badgers have scored 14 goals, by the way. So they're looking good. And they scored another 4 goals. Latif on a pen in the 15th. Harris in the 21st. Harris again in the 36th. Langton will level one back a minute later. And 2 minutes later, Donaghy will score the 4th. So South Manchester have 18 goals in 4 games. They look incredible. We've really, I hope we just catch them. I really just hope we can catch them. So the Union won 5-1. That's good. IRL they won 5-1. So, anyway, let's see what we got here. We are the marquee matchup, second versus third, and the expectation is the win. So match confidence. We got a D for the draw versus Colm. Yeah. So this is the one they peppered us in 14-6. Like Broad had to make a lot of saves in that one. We were the better side, but we conceded it against 10 men. And then this one we actually fucking played up to our standard. Oh, we got an E from the supporters. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, we didn't do too good there. I don't know why we've only had it B though. We've been promoted 3 times. Like I fucking all right. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? It is match day. It is time for CLG FC yet again. Whoo! Oh, that's so good. I just saw Footy Scrawn at the Tigris University Stadium. You can get chicharron for $7. Ay, 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 ay. I love chicharron. Ay, ay, ay. When we also have Bradford, P, Bradford, PA under 18s versus Counter Logic under 18s. That game will actually be first. We'll see what the result of that game is, and then we'll get into ours, and then that is going to be it. So we're going to play this game, and that'll be it for the night. So. Let's see. There's something else I've been meaning to do this whole time too, and I'm totally getting distracted. It's all good. While I'm streaming, so to be fair, to be quite fair. Let's see. Sada does well in Counter Logic under 18s victory. We're still top of the pile in the under 18s. It's Hurley in the 5th, Sila in the 70th. Nickel was booked for a second bookable offense. Or is I said Nickel like it's the change. It might be Nicol, since he's Scottish. I don't know. But Cookies did pass the fitness test. I don't know. I think we'll keep him out one more game. Just literally just to be sure. Uh, well. Anyway, let's see. We've got Casper Pilgrim. I got tagged in Discord apparently. Let's move on to the match, shall we? Let's get into it. We've got CLG under. Is he still confused? Spaps is not confused anymore. He's happy to be playing the role. He was confused to being at why am I holding up the ball? Well, you asked to play a wide target forward when I signed your contract. Now he's pleased. Fuck off. You know what I mean? Come on, FM. It's not a Spaps issue. It's an FM issue, man. It's a joke how much uh how buggy this game. Um, even final release. Let's get into it. We can press them. That's fine. They have made 5 changes to the starting lineup. Wow. Okay. So does this mean Kavan will show up in a roster update? You mean for Football Manager? Certainly he'll show up in FM25. Um, apparently one of the New England Revs supporters groups is so upset they actually went and filed a labor complaint, a child labor complaint against the union for starting Kavan or subbing in Kavan Sullivan, which is just like, you guys are fucking stupid if you do, like, really, like what are you trying to accomplish? Like, that is just insane. You know what I mean? Like, nobody would have done that back in the Freddie Adu. They would have been like, oh my god, we have an American talent that might actually do something. You know what I mean? That might actually elevate the level of this sport in this country. And we've gone from that to it's child labor. Like, fuck right off. You know what I mean? If you carry your last performance in this one, you do it. That actually inspired quite a lot of other people. So let's get into it, shall we? They are mad their team's garbage at legit every level of MLS. Yeah, the Revs have been poor for a while too. Like, it's bad when Bruce Arena is the only manager that's been able to come in and make anything out of that team. And he got let go because of something we never know that he said, but was definitely not appropriate. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, your club's a fucking joke, you know? Has been for years. So we are underway against Standish Saint. Who the fuck are we playing? Who are we playing? Standish St. Wilfrid's? Standish St. Wilfrid's Reserves is who we're playing. We are underway here. We gotta get that literally. I fucking hate the kickoff highlights. Please, 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 outside. FM10 was so buttoned up. FM12 was so buttoned up. FM16 was phenomenal. And this shit has been terrible. FM24 has been awful compared to that. Anyway, that's a good cutout. Snicky's got the ball on the left. We're wearing our CLG red jerseys. That's not. Oh, come on. There was a little avenue pass. Snicky's taking it themselves, and it's gone way over the bar. So I say that exact thing for every match day for the Union nowadays. Well, yeah, but the Union have done well. Like, the Union have done well in previous seasons. Like, this season, we're shit, but we've done well. You know, Spaps over the bar. So, uh, you know, as long as ownership and Ernest kind of get it together and get their head out of their ass, which for some reason it's very far up there this season, the club will actually be okay. Because they have a very good manager, and they have a lot of good talent, and they have an incredible youth system. So they need to figure it out, really. They need to get the pieces in place that can just pull it all together. Here's Parks on the right. Back for me, for Twinkle. I mean, you could have turned and put it on the left, but the problem, Snicky, oh, that was close. The problem is, I said in the previous game, too, when there was all that space on the right, Twinkle could have scanned and then used it and turned, right, on it. In this case, if the player is a little bit closer, then and you get the ball, even if you get the ball front, that one's bouncing all around. The problem is if you want to turn on it and bring it to your left foot, you have to take that touch, and that touch is going to invite that defender to stand up on you. Then you're not going to have anywhere to get rid of the ball. You're going to have to try to use your body, and it has to go back, right? So, that Parks, run that down, mate. What do you do? Why are you so casual with it? There you go. It's got to go to Brott. Okay, he's fine. He's found Ben Brindley in the middle of the pitch. Good ball to switch play on the left for Sheamus. Frack is there. Allows Sheamus to make the run into space. Sheamus has got to take his man or give it back to Frack. Twinkle will fill the gap. There's a Konikoon. Konikoon turns with it. Good pass to Snicky. Sheamus in between the center back and the left back. Pushing the lines back here. Back for me. You've got to pass to Spaps. Yeah, Brindley skies it. I actually thought there's a chance Brindley could have held the ball here and watched the run on his left and then just turned and passed the ball for the run on the left. But it would have had to been a cross either way. It goes out. This is a throw deep in the territory. Spaps could be there. Back post, and there is Ibrahim who will grab it. Spaps is kind of our best player in the air, I will say on this side. The amount of headed goals that he has scored has been phenomenal. Frack, yeah, that's offsides on the opposition. Douglas offside. That's a very high area of the pitch to have an offsides for. But it seems like the early season struggles that we had for right now are we've shook off because we're dominating Standish as well. Standish State Wilfrid's reserves. Here's a Quinnico. Nice backheel pass. Twinkle to myself. Brindley back to me. Twinkle. Good ball movement. Twinkle, you gonna let go? No. Snicky. Konikoon. Oh, what ball movement! Brindley's in score. That is just perfection on the plate. That is an unbelievable team goal. That is liquid football. That's just a thing of beauty. There you go. I can't find the clip that says liquid football. I can, but it's like the whole minute clip, and I'm like, I want just the little buzz where he says liquid football. I have to get that. I don't have a Stream Deck, and I really need one for all these sound effects. Lofthouse is hurt on a tackle from Brindley. I don't think they made a change, did they? I don't think they've made a change. Here's Spaps. Parks on the right. We're 1-0 up in the 29th minute. Here's Parks. Plenty of space. Back for Brindley. Could go to Spaps. Could go center. It does go center here for Twinkle. Twinkle's had to shield it. Konikoon's there. Frack on the left-hand side. Why is a hand up for offside? You guys are... Oh, Brindley. Brilliant. Oh, Brindley. Brilliant. Ben Brindley is going to win player of the match, but honestly, it's been a team effort. These have been two really good team goals. I mean, Konikoon finds Frack, and Frack just finds Brindley. Like, the whole line here, the whole offense just pushes the defenders back. Brindley comes forward into the space because the attackers didn't step into the box to contend. They fell asleep at the wheel. And it's 2-0 for CLG FC. Lovely football. Really lovely football. Brindley's cut that out again. He's having an absolute stormer of a game. Too heavy a touch. Foster takes it off him. Okay, fair enough. But what a great game he's having. Here's McQuillan. Myself heads it down. There's Foster. Lofthouse, who's still nursing the injury. Murray's on sides. And thankfully, Forster was on sides himself, but that was absolutely shanked. And that is going to go out. Speaking of shank, I'm going to be playing golf Saturday morning. I'm so excited. So it's only my 7th round of the year. So I told myself 30 rounds this year, and it's been way too hot to play. And usually I play early in the mornings, and it's been like last weekend, for example, the day I wanted to play, it was going to be, by 10 a.m., it was like 86, 87, and I'm like, that's just too hot. Like that's just way too hot. That is absolutely skied. I'm surprised it even touched the net. And then so it's like it's just way too hot even in the morning. So I have taken a look at this weekend though, and it's actually Saturday by 10. I think 10 or 11. It's only going to be 81 or 82. So I'm like, that's great. I booked a 6:30 tee time. That is very close, but it goes over. 6:45 I think is my tee time actually. So I can be home. I can be done and by 11 hopefully, and home by 11:15. Probably take a quick. Oh, that is so. Morey should score here, and Bratz made a great save. The Bratwall comes through in the clutch again. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't get my clubs regripped because I'd just be pissed. Well, I don't care how bad I am, and I know that I need new clubs, and that's part of the reason why I can't break 100. Oh, McCullen, that's a good header, but Brat, that's a great save. But I just enjoy playing. It's my mental reset. Golf is my mental reset. Whenever I have issues with my personal life or work or whatever, I like to spend 4 hours on a Saturday morning out on a golf course. It just helps me reset everything, and then I get home and I'm way more peaceful. And it's like maybe 10, 11 a.m. on a Saturday. I still have the whole rest of the weekend ahead of me to enjoy. It's really nice. It's a really good way to start a weekend. You're doing brilliantly. Keep going. I mean, it's not brilliantly, but it gets everyone's morale up, and they are playing well. So we're going to start the second half. I don't have any thoughts on subs yet. Maybe Parks, but uh, that is a terrible pass. Old Blackburnians reserves. Greg Dalton's 45th minute goal put them ahead of Rolls reserves in a mid-table clash. So I can't wake up that early. Just wait for the fall. Okay. I have to wake up. I wake up at 5:40 every morning, no matter what. So it doesn't matter if it's work or anything. And I used to sleep in on the weekends to like 7 and get up at 7 for the Premier League and stuff like that. But I've come this year to actually I used to not do that. I used to when I commentated I used to wake up at like 1, 2 in the morning. I'd go to bed at like 6 o'clock at night on a Friday night. Wake up at 1, 2 in the morning and commentate Counter-Strike for 3 hours and then go back to bed for an hour or two. And it was awful. It was absolutely awful on my body. So I stopped commentating, and now I told myself, like, look, I'm going to be doing watch parties and stuff like that that was closer than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to do watch parties and stuff for the Premier League. And obviously that starts, like, the first kickoff is always 7:45. So, I'm not a guy who can roll right out of bed and get on. I need like 30 minutes to an hour to get ready. That is a terrible turnover. just get breakfast, just actually wake up, get a cup of coffee, things like that, right? So knowing that if the first game's at 7:45, then I want to be up around like 6:30, 6:45. I told myself, I said one of the best things I could probably do is since I have to get up for 5:40 for work or whatever, I might as well just get up at 5:40 every single day, and then I can just be refreshed and woken up and when when the Premier League's back. You know what I mean? Yeah, I never used to be a morning person. Then I just realized getting up early is more relaxing than being in a rush in the morning. Yeah, I can actually take my time waking up at 5:40, then the alarm going off at say 6:30, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get ready to go and like constantly be in go mode. Like I can't be in go mode right when I wake up. So I wake up at 5:40 because then I slowly get better. Okay. So, um, I slowly wake up then. So, um, but Frack's just giving it loads of space. He's gonna take. How the fuck did he take him that self and then absolutely sky that? He was only 18 yards out when he hit it. Like I take a long shower and don't get out until I darn well feel like it. Nice. I do shower in the morning. It depends. It depends. Like tonight I showered at night. Last night I showered at night. Um, if I go into the office, I like to shower the night before. Uh, that's whoa, Brat. That was dangerously close. I don't mind showering in the morning. I used to when I worked from home and I was going to the gym. I haven't been for months because my parents have been ill. But um, I used to get up at 5:40. I used to shower at night, get up at 5:40, and I would go right to the gym. Do like 45 minutes to an hour at the gym, and then I would come home, and I'd be home around like 6:30, 6:40, and I would shower again. First time, obviously, to get rid of all the sweat, and then, oh my God, close him down, will you? Why is he giving so much space? Why is he giving so much space? Douglas, off the bar. Wow. My shower gets my joints loosened and make me feel better in the morning. Yeah, if I take a warm shower, I get a little sleepy at night. So I try to take it at night. And I take a cool... I can't take an ice cold shower. I'll just play the ball forward. I don't think he stayed on. Oh, he has stayed on. I thought for a minute he didn't stay on. Let's make our first sub, by the way. Oh, Parks is booked anyway, so... I don't have a DR to come on for Parks. All right, pause the game. I'm going to have to figure something out. I don't have a defensive right, but I do have myself and Frack and Jack. So I'm going to go out on the wing, and then Wellman can come in for Parks. And then I'm also going to bring on Tomset for Spaps. And Snicky's having a good game, so we'll leave them on for now. We might bring McKendy on in the 80th. So, but yeah, I just need to I tweeted about it today, but after my mom broke her back, my life kind of fell apart for a while. So now it's like getting back into that routine. So, and I told myself like instead of going back to what I used to do before I commentated the Aussie Counter-Strike tournaments, what I used to do before I did them was I would sleep in a little later on the weekends and then try to reset my schedule by the end of Sunday night. She missed back post. Easy goal. It's 3. But I've told myself this is a great ball. Great ball, and Sheamus has done so well to get free here. I got the assist. Oh, what a header. No excuse from the defender to let that header go through. But anyway, Yeah, I told myself, honestly, the best thing for me would be literally every single day of the week, just wake up at the same time. So I've started to literally just this week implement that, and I'll be implementing that this weekend and everything else. So, because I retired from commentary in March, so I actually haven't had, and then my mom got hurt in at the end of April. So I started to get regulated and in a groove, and then everything kind of went out of whack. So um, that is going to just run out. So 75th minute now, we're going to tick over to. We are 3-0 to the lead. Brindley's got one. Sheamus has got one. Uh, I'm sorry. I think Brindley's got two. Sheamus has got one. So here's Brindley again. Oh, he's got plenty. Oh my God. Tom sets in acres of space. Acres of space on the right. Where's the cross? It's there. Sheamus might be offsides. Flag should probably go up. And it's not. It's given us a goal kick. Okay. So we are going to bring Mukendi on for Snicky, who, to be fair, Snicky's had a great game. But it also means that the scoring streak for Snicky ends. They have had a goal in every game so far this season. They've not scored today, but they do. Uh, uh, they have done well. Twinkle, what a nice boot out. Here's Curry, and that is a very difficult chance to settle, and it goes over the far post. So 82nd minute, and immediately Jack takes a booking when I'm out of subs. Good job, Jack. Fuck's sake. Here's the throw in the 87th. Tom set for me, and Brindley as well. I mean, you got to turn and cut back inside. He's waiting for it there. Here comes the cross back post, though. Messer will put it out. It will be a corner. So let's see what we do here with this corner. It should be pretty much, this game should be pretty much over. 3-0, 87th minute. You got to think. Frack with the corner, and that is Gokhan Selik, Gokhan Selik, who heads it clear to Forster. Back to King. King over the top. That's the end of the highlight. Okay. Looked like a promising counter. Here's Messer in the 89th minute. Curry. Messer. Messer. Lock-in. Pilkington. Up center. Gives it to Alvarez. Forster with a run. Good run between the lines. Now for Lawrence, Chris Lawrence needed to really take that wider. Stay wider. He does now. This is a good dribble from him. Frack has had to put that out for a corner. There will be 4 minutes of added time. Lawrence to take the corner. It's a short one. It goes to Forster. Forster's going to shoot, and they've scored. They've scored. Forster gets the second goal that we've conceded this season against us. It's nothing but a constellation for Stantis St. Wilfrid's reserves. They're still 2-3-1 down, but it is no clean sheet for Brott. There's Twinkle. Brott. Wellman. Brindley. Myself again. Wellman. In the first minute of added time. That's the end of the highlight. Over to the third minute of added time. Free kick here, right on the edge of the box. Sheamus for the back post, and there's me, and it's in. We get the goal back. I've scored. Really good use of the free kick. I just don't understand why nobody was marking me. Like, who, why? That was the easiest goal we've ever scored. Or one of the easiest at least. Like that, it just makes no sense why I wasn't marked. I mean, are you trying to concede? So, Jack wins that ball. Sheamus has it. There's only about 15 seconds left. This should be booted upfield. The final whistle should go. King's going to come down with it, hit it back in midfield. It's still contested. Alvarez has it. Ref might give him this last push. Here's Curry. Curry for Lawrence. Lawrence takes it back. They've got to bring the ball forward. If he keeps dribbling in midfield, the ref's just going to blow for the whistle. We are going to play the mid. Oh, Lawrence is going to have one on goal. Brott with a great save. A great save from Brott. And now Lawrence to take the corner. They will get this corner and they will get nothing else. They're out of time. You had to add on the minute for an extra minute for the goal celebration, really. But here's Chris Lawrence in the box, back post. It's headed clear. That should be the whistle. Pilkington, Forster, we're still playing. Akonikun tries to challenge for it. Pilkington has it. He's going to pass it back. Now that should be the whistle right there. And it is. 4-1 over Standish St. Wilfrid's reserves. It's Brindley and Brindley again. Sheamus in the 73rd before Forster pulled one back and I restored the 3-goal lead. They had 11 shots, to be fair. That's pretty good. Only to our 14, 4 shots on target. But Brott makes 3 saves. And Ben Brindley deservedly wins player of the match. He has been phenomenal for coming in for Cookies, really. How much possession did we have? We had 69% possession. Nice. And we had 3 chances, really. They only had 1. That was very good. That was very good. So that is, it means we have to cue Sweet Victory. Of course, we got to play Sweet Victory. It's another victory. 3 wins from 4 to start the campaign in Season 4. And we're back to looking like our old dominant self. You know, after the draw versus Cologne United. Badger Casuals did win the day prior, so there were still 2 points back of them. But Lim Reserves with a game in hand are on 6 points, which means if they do not win that game in hand, we'll be at least 3 points clear. Elsewhere, look at this. Andrew Williams in the 28th, sent off for Carlton Sports Club. Ali Donald in the 50th will score for Cologne United. And then Carlton sent down the 9 men after Joe Jones was dismissed just 10 minutes after the goal. And that means Carlton will drop into 8th position on just 3 points. Cologne up on 5 points now. Old Blackburnians reserves. It was Greg Dalton and then Jonathan Mann and Jonathan Mann again in the second half to pick up a comfortable 3-0 win over Rolls Reserves. Old Blackburnians reserves up to 5th. Rolls Reserves down to 6th. There's now 4 teams on 6 points and another one on 5. Mid-table extremely tight in this league. But South Manchester still at the bottom, still winless so far this season. Let's get into the post-match press conference, and then we will get out of here, and then we'll kick off the conference with the first question from Keenan Blake at Sporting Life. Brad has been with you on your journey up the leagues, just how important players you've been for the club. His record speaks for itself. It's no mean feat to continue improving in order to remain relevant. He's special talent. What would have made a difference in standards? What have you made of the difference in standards since you were promoted? There's definitely less room for error, but we've been able to show that we belong here too. It's now about doing that consistently. Can you explain your tactical style? It suits us, it suits my preferences, and it makes complete sense. Okay. So there you have it. Brindley on form. Really just solid stuff from Brindley so far this season. I actually really like him. He's been a great signing. So there's that. Actually, do I have anything in terms of transfer activity? Brindley was signed last season, so no, he's out of. He's not appearing on here anymore. Let's have a save. Let's have a cheeky save, and we are going to get ourselves out of here. We got a lot of people to thank, by the way. First off, we got Sneaky who came by earlier. Big thank you to them. Then a huge thank you to Bizarre Brigade who came by. The absolute GOAT of North American streamers for football managers. Lee was one of them. Big thank you to Bizarre Brigade for coming by. Fast Eddie as well. Great to see you. Adam Zero as well for coming in right here at the very end. Huge thank you to all of y'all. I am blessed to have you all in my chat. Really, it's been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal to become a part of the FM community. Really, the game I've been playing for 14 years, I've absolutely loved, and I stopped playing it for a while, and to refine that love and be able to be welcomed into the community has been just I couldn't have asked for anything else. Really, it's been just phenomenal. We are going to send it to the goat, to another first North American goat, um, the great man himself. Is he wearing he's wearing a Chicago Fire jersey tonight. Look at that. We're going to send you the first goal series. If you're on the YouTube, we're going to send you off first. Thank you so much for watching. This was CLG FC episode 60. We'll see you for episode 61. Until then, take care.